the storm. All right,
Yeah.
we are live.
All right. Peace, y'all. We are live at Frequency Higher Talk. We got the goddess Fee. Fee is conscious. And we have our special guest today, the goddess, my cousin, the powerful Auset Bay. Now, cuz I'm gonna have you pronounce your whole name because I always get it, I always get it messed up. So I'm gonna let you pronounce your whole name.
You can just say Auset, cause
How you
everybody
said?
always say Auset. I leave it alone. Auset. It's a title.
Okay. Can you pronounce the whole?
The whole name.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
the
I love
whole
it. I love
name.
Let me
it.
see. It's a story behind why it changed. So Auset, Mia Moore, Missy Blue, Royal Bay.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Auset is a
Okay.
title. Mia Moore, because literally I was studying back then. Missy Blue,
Mhm.
because a random person told me everything about me and I never met them. They were older than me. And my first name is Turquoise, so it made me take it up off the screen. Like, oh, I don't know who you are, but I won't be that again. So I took it off.
Okay. I use set my cousin, my wonderful cousin, on the
Yeah.
podcast with the Frequency Higher podcast. She's going to be talking about energy vampires. Man, that's going to be a good one right there. The
Yeah,
energy
yeah.
vampires all around us, all
Yeah.
around us.
So I feel like that's the first
Yeah.
thing. Since we on it, that's the first thing we can address. Like when you go around people, I'm predominantly happy most of the time. I mean, we all are. So when you go around people and they want to be around you, and they, especially the ones that have like a lot of negativity with them, and you go around them and you are completely drained when they leave. It don't matter how much y'all have a
Mm.
disagreement, they want to come back around you. And they continually want to be around you over and over and over again. Even though each time y'all have a falling out, y'all don't get along, y'all don't see eye to eye. You can't even figure out why this person is still around you. But they keep coming around you. It's an energy vampire. By the time you leave or they leave you, you're drained and they're happy, they're even minded, they're all of that, and that's what it is. Now for other people, because that's an energy vampire, other people might thrive off your energy, but the people that, and they'll be like, well, I just like being around you. Sometimes you look and be like, I can't even figure out how we associates, how we friends, how we get along, how we do this, how we do that. But this person, you can have a falling out 2 months later, they come back like clockwork. And anytime they come back after you left, they're still stagnant. They're still in the same spot that they're in. You can hear everybody over and over
Mhm.
again. Like, I know people that I'll leave for a year and come back. The story is always the same. I just quit my job. I just picked up another job. I'm not getting along with my child's mom or my child's dad. And you'll leave because y'all have a falling out. Same type of falling out each time. You come back around
Mm.
a year later, 2 months later, 3 months later. Huh, my child's dad just did this. And oh, I'm trying to get away from him. And I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And you come back, oh, but we had dinner, right? And we had a good time. I thought it was okay. And then you leave again. Maybe this time you didn't have it falling out, but you life picked up. You go this way, they go this way, and you come back again. And it's the same thing over and over again. Each time you be like, this is redundant, repetitive, all of that. Definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and trying to get a different result. So at this point, baby, we need to put you in the asylum because that's where you need to go. Then you just like, and once people are in a pattern and you realize they're in a pattern when it comes to where they live, the mentality, being stuck, religion, any of that, they're in a pattern. This is your
Mm.
belief. You don't allow for growth. You don't allow for the views of other people. You don't take accountability for your actions. And that's like the basis of an energy vampire. Because the whole time they're going to keep coming to you. They're going to keep saying the same thing to you, doing the same thing, and you just be like, and I mean, sometimes it elevates. And also, you need to mentally, if you know that they're trying to reach you, you won't pick up. It's a mental preparation. If you got to mentally prepare for this person because you know they're going to latch on and they're going to leech and everything else, the best way to protect yourself from that is to deny people access to you.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
something that I had to learn
Well,
myself, denying people access, because
Yes.
being helpful when you're like us and you more of the spiritual community than you have a heart, and you usually think from your heart chakra. So most of the time you care, and you will care about a person more than they care about themselves, regardless of who they are to you. And we
Yeah.
can't take everybody on our journey. So then when you're trying to express yourself or explain yourself or do whatever it is that you're doing, your practices, your altars, this and that, and they don't understand, the first thing they want to say is, oh my God, you're worshiping the devil. No, baby, I'm not
Hmm.
worshiping you. You're standing in front of me, you're driving me crazy. I don't have to. I don't have to at all. You didn't drove me crazy. That's enough. But
right.
I mean, down to me putting coffee on my altars and being like, I hope you don't worship the devil. Like, I don't even like you today. Why would I worship you? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But then you say it to them like that and they don't understand that. So I guess like I and you have to relate to people on their level. That's the only other thing. Because
Hmm.
when you know that that's what they are, besides denying access, you have to cut it short. Or you have to do like you do a 2-year-old and keep redirecting your conversation.
Yes.
You have to bring it back. Or hit them with the reality check of, why are we talking about that? I didn't do anything, or I'm not that person. Oh, I'm just talking. Okay, so let's just talk. But let's talk about something that's more positive.
Yeah.
What did you do that was positive this week, today? What's your 3 goals that you have for the next 3 months? You Once you start redirecting that, they will either A, try to get away from you, or B,
Mhm.
try to elevate the little bit that they can with you, because of course they don't see what you see. And when you start to outgrow these people, they still, because they're stuck in their same cycle, they expect you to be stuck in the same cycle, and when you're not, they'll try to pull
Mhm.
you back to the cycle. But when I split
Yep.
and I elevated, I can't necessarily come back down there. Like, it's not the same way, and it's hard to explain that to people, because if something isn't building, it's deteriorating, and 9 times out of 10 they're deteriorating.
And then people try to make you feel some type of way about that also,
Yeah.
because you choose not to let them harvest your energy, and they want to
Right.
make you feel, well, you don't have no sympathy or you don't have no empathy, and try to make you feel some type of way. I'm kind of dealing with that right now. So it's crazy that you said that,
Mm-hmm.
somebody lost 2 children, and I know it's out there, from losing 2 children. You can't be, like literally after losing two grown children, and
Mm-hmm.
to me, like, you drain you, and
Breaking up a little bit,
and
Phil.
then I'm
Hey
like,
man,
man, this is a lot,
there it go.
So I get that
Mm-hmm.
draining your energy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I look
But
at it as I look at it as a lot of them are narcissists.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
play the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Drama magnet, drama magnet, gossip. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Constantly with drama. You know,
Yep.
yeah. So that's just I look at them like that too. So,
They
but
just,
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
it's,
that's pretty much like, and even when you don't have empathy or sympathy, because I'm not, it's like when you tell somebody yeah over and over and over again. The first time you say no and you stand your ground, it's who she thinks she is or who he think he is to tell me no. Because you've
Hmm.
always said yeah. But it's just the point of whether you're using me for money or something else. I just don't want to be used anymore. Like, and that's probably the
Yeah.
best kept secret when you start to stand your ground. Like, you'll see
yeah.
what the people that you say they'll be meant for you or they not meant for you, and the ones that's not meant for you, you just have to leave them where they're at. Doesn't mean I lost love for you. It just means that I leave you where you at. They only gonna become a succubus for somebody else anyway, though. They just find another victim. There's another one. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. Anybody,
yeah.
anybody that's going to listen to my sob story and feed into it, where I can manipulate you to feel so terrible for me, then you're the person for me. You're you're
Hmm.
you're the next person for me. So then sometimes we be like, oh, we got used to it. Not that we wanted that, but we got used to that type of connection with them, because it's not attention, that kind of connection. And somebody else, and at first you'd be like, oh my God. But then you gotta really think like, no, take your deep breaths and wins and tries, honey. Because in the way, oh, you don't need me anymore. Because when that mess up, they try to come back. No, no. Because by then you don't have your mental and your this and that. I keep Florida water and Dettol in my house at all times. I actually mix it in my body wash and I use it every day, because you go outside and you absorb so much between your hair, between your skin, between your energy, being an empath, being the sympathy, like if he said, or anything else, you just go through, and this all you encounter this all day, every day. When I get home, it's a strip at the door. Hurry up and get in the shower. Don't drag it into the rest of the house. Now I'm in here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm mopping with the Dettol, and I'm mopping with the Florida water, and I'm burning sage and incense and everything. Walk through the door backwards. That's when you gotta always remember to walk through your door backwards. Like, I don't know if y'all do that, but anybody that has attached to you throughout the day, you leave their energy right outside the door, walking backwards. Leave
Yeah,
it out. Close the door,
my
walk
Wow,
into
man,
the
grandmother
house.
used
I
to
ain't
do
even
that.
I
Yeah.
ain't even know that. I gotta do that one.
Nah,
Walk in
I was
backwards.
Yep,
I was
yep.
Like,
explaining it to somebody. My
Ever
goddaughter,
heard that?
my goddaughter's mother. I was explaining it to her. This is how ironic it is. I'm outside in the parking lot and I'm talking to her as I'm pulling up to my house. So as soon as I come in the hallway, neighbors, I've never seen these neighbors. Don't know who they are. I just hear her behind me like, I'm throwing all this, everybody's stuff that's in my house in the trash. I gotta get all this energy out of my house. Ironic, I was talking about it. So when I went to go walk through my door, she was behind me saying, I said, not to be in your business, but I just want you to know, after you do all of that, you go and sweep your house from the back to the front. And also, when you go back in the house, make sure you walk in your house backwards. Leave them people outside your house.
mm,
It's something about wiping them feet at the door. Boy, you can stay
yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Damn, to the
Yep.
point. Like, my peephole on my door is this high. I can't see out of it, so I don't answer my door. If you don't call, I don't care if I'm in the window. If you don't call me and say you coming, I could be looking at you right out the window because I'm not home today. That's the mental preparation. I gotta mentally prepare. In order to let you in my domain, I gotta really be up for the challenge. Are you gonna come in
Mhm.
here with good
I get
energy? Are you gonna come in here with bad energy? Am I gonna have to swipe you up out of here? Do I gotta turn my broom upside down to make you leave? That's all the stuff I gotta wonder. Like,
Yep.
I had a cinnamon broom. I had to get rid of it because it was springtails. They attracted the wood, and they was living their best life in it. It was cinnamon, and I got rid of it. But I know I need another one. I can't wait. As soon as Halloween fly around and autumn come, they gonna sell them again. Because I don't know how I put it together yet. Otherwise, I'd have been outside binding my own straw. I swear. But besides that, yeah,
Yeah.
I can flip this thing upside down outside, right behind my door, and that's where you should stay.
Wow, man. 'Cause I remember my auntie telling me, I don't feel at the door. I'm bringing them bad spirits in. But I didn't know what she was talking about. Now I
Mhm.
understand. I understand. I
Yeah,
understand.
my grandmother used to do that too, walking backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it look
Wow.
crazy to everybody else, that because we don't understand,
Yep.
we lost a lot of the practices. So how I started my spiritual journey. So when I was born, like, my parents did not want me at all. I was a surprise
Mm.
baby, and they were
Wow.
supposed to abort me. They were still trying to go abort me, and I came out at 7 months. I was not playing no games. I came early. Like, they get me. My mom had preeclampsia, and they tried to like give her a medicine that you take every hour or an hour, and I still came. Like, I
Mhm.
wasn't saying nah, because the whole time y'all was waiting to get y'all ducats together to get rid of me. So nah, I was supposed to be here. So when I was younger, they nicknamed when I was a kid, it's Turtle, because I do everything in my own timing. Literally.
Mhm.
Not gonna rush me. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna do it in my own time. I'm gonna get it done at my own leisure, at my own free will. So I learned to read when I was 2. By the time I was 3, it was nothing you could hide from me. They say you want to hide something, you put it in the book. By the time I was 3,
Yeah.
I fully comprehended language, vocabulary, sounds. I was reading at 3 completely. So
Mhm.
it was
Wow.
nothing that they could. So, everybody has their past lives, but apparently one of mine was still kicking because everything that I knew when I was younger, and I would ask questions, and my parents would send me to the other one, or my grandparents would send me to somebody else, and they would be like, "She talks too much." That's because they ain't had an answer, and as an adult, you can't tell a child you don't know. They ain't
Yeah.
had an answer. So
That's true.
in church, my grandmother's sister, my aunt's sister, um, we used to always go to church with her. She didn't have any children or grandchildren, but she had us. So she used to take us to church all the time. It was 4 of us, and we used
Mhm.
to be in church all the time. So one day they take us from Jersey to New York on this trip, and we in the van, the church van, and it's a dictionary in here. So me, I used to read the dictionary for fun. First book I ever read front to back at 2 going on 3, the Bible. So I got the dictionary and I'm writing, and I'm like, well, let me go look up the definition of church. Nobody told me this. This was just me. And the definition at the time, and it could change. Like I said, I was probably about maybe 7, and I'm 39. So this is a long time ago. And the gist of it was church was um 2 or more people that got together and they praised the Lord. It meant that it didn't have to be inside of a building. Me being me, I look at my aunt who's dragging me to another church because we ain't had no childhood. We was in church. And I said, well, the definition of church is this. And she said, yeah. I said, so basically, this van is church and we don't have to go to another church. Yeah, she ain't. I wasn't allowed to talk for the rest of the trip at all. I wasn't allowed to talk for the rest of the trip. They kept me quiet. So it was always just like, here she come with all her questions. And they ain't had no answer because I wasn't wrong. That's what they
Yeah.
said church was. That's what church was.
Mm.
So, but my father's mother was spiritual and Creole. So she had a lot more of her, like she was a lot closer with her practices and stuff with spirituality. She used to sit me down and talk to me about the crows or the blueberries, and I got a favorite tree from her. My favorite flower is a sunflower, mine, but my favorite tree is a weeping willow from her. So she used to just sit me out back, and I was young. So my grandma's passed away, and I was 10. So I was just young, and I would sit out there and listen to the stories and everything that she would tell me from what I can remember now that I'm older. But at the same time, it was like little things that I learned over there. I would go home, and I was back in church. Well, my
Mm.
mother's mother, I ain't never see this lady step foot in a church the whole time. She would watch it on TV, but I never saw her step foot in the church.
Mm.
So a couple years ago, like over time, I went through a couple different religions because at an early age, I was telling my mom like, first of all, I wasn't Christian nor was I Baptist. I was just in church. They what blessed us at one point. My mom christened me when I was younger, but it wasn't like we had a denomination. We just went wherever. So
Right.
wherever they picked us up and took us, wherever it was a trip for Women's Day or something, that's and our church was with it. That's where we was going. So then, after that, as I got older, it was just I told my mom at about 14, like, well, we moved to Philadelphia. Everybody's Muslim in Philadelphia. I like the way they dressed. I wanted to be a part of it. And she was like, no, you can't do it till you get grown. Because the one thing that she had was if you dedicated yourself to something, you wasn't allowed to quit. My aunt had already told me when she was trying to take me up there to bless me when I got older, what if I don't want to be this no more? And she was like, oh, you can change it anytime you want. So I'm all like, yes, I can quit. You told me I can't quit. My sister told me I could quit. She told me if I don't like it, I can quit. Mind you, we was in church. Like they had all the kids there first. And all of a sudden, all the kids' grandparents said they
Mhm.
could quit. And they still had us for doing all that stuff. My mom had to finally be like, they not going to church for a while because we definitely was junior ushers and everything. Like we was all the other kids
Mm.
we was playing with, they all doing everything else. They ain't gotta go to Sunday school. They just gotta show up and sit in the pulpit. That's it. We gotta go to Sunday school. We gotta sit in the pulpit. We gotta stay for second service. We gotta
Mhm.
stay for special service. We gotta take the trips. And we used to be like, we had to do the shows, the plays,
The plays, yeah.
plays,
It was a
like,
play.
and we, I'm not like my mom was going to work, and when she was off work, she wasn't going.
All
And
of that.
my mom is in there watching church. Why she ain't gotta go? I put it on TV. No. Why you? This your sister. Why you don't have to go? You put it on TV. Why you? Why we had to? As kids, we had to go. Why you don't have to
Yeah,
go, man? Why?
right.
So that's when I was 14. I got older. I got to 19, and I ended up getting married, and I became Muslim. So I studied that for a while, and I feel like with anything, you get what you learn from it. Because every religion, like to me, every religion looks the same anyway. You gonna take what you
Mhm.
take from it, and you gonna leave, the suppressing part or what suppresses you. I've always been a free spirited child, so I always been like the hippie, the kooky one, the spiritual one. They couldn't understand it; they just left me alone. As like a 10-year-old, my mom bought me incense and let me go to my own demise. Like, go ahead wherever you want to go. I'll be in my room burning incense, playing the music. Like I was just there always. It never changed. So when I got 19, I became Muslim. After a while, I went from studying Islam to Islamism, Noble Drew Ali, everywhere else. And that's when I started learning about the Moorish Science Temple. And from
Okay.
there, it was a book. I forget the name of the book, but it had the supreme alphabet and the supreme questions in there, and I actually learned them. And in there, number 4 of the questions always stuck out to me, because the question was, "Where is the closest place that you can find Allah?" And the answer was in the heart.
Mm.
Well, church is wherever you go, and Allah is in the heart. Baby, I ain't gotta go nowhere. I'm already here. I ain't gotta go nowhere. So then you learned that Allah was just another word for God, and it's just a
Mhm.
different language. So then I was like, oh, okay. And then see me singing Erica Badu all the time. She studied Dr. Malachi Z. York.
Mm.
Dr.
And
Malachi. Yeah.
yeah, and he had all the questions and stuff too. But the one thing she always said was, if we was born in his image, then call us by our name. Most intellects do not believe in God, but their fear is just the same. It goes over a lot of people's head, but baby, we God. What you talking about? What you looking for? And you can ask somebody a question 90 times. Well, where did the Bible come from? Where did religion come from? Because spirituality is spirituality, but where did religion come from? Oh, it was given to us in a book. But then you try to chastise me with it. That man-made book. The one that I can write on a piece of paper right now and give it back to you. And I can add my stories to it. And I can give you what you want. I can tell you whatever you want.
Really silly. So I
Yeah,
said that man book.
listen, because I really be asking questions, and sometimes I gotta go to the extreme.
You got to.
I try not to go to the
Who
extreme.
said that?
Huh?
Who said that?
Right.
I be trying not to go to extreme, but sometimes you have to end. Like I said, you got to relate to people on their level.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when people try to give me a lecture, I used to always say, "You about to lecture me? If you about to lecture me, I'm not about to tell you nothing that I believe in. You're not about to lecture me because I don't care. Like if I'm sitting here, it's just because I ain't got nothing else to do. Because I ain't about to let you chastise me or lecture me because
Right.
you're handing me something that I don't want to be fed. That's not feeding me. I also study what after Islamism. I study Buddhism.
Mhm.
That's where the patience was at. That's where the patience was at. You learned a couple other things,
Yeah.
and from there, I gathered everything that I liked, and everything I did not like. I let it go. I've always been very patient. I've always been understanding a little more, and as up to 25, I was very timid. I didn't speak up for myself, and it was always, no matter what anybody did to me, I loved them. 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 And I had to get older and realize, like, just because you love them, they do not love you, or you do not love the same. And that in itself, like I had to learn to be a me for me because I used to always cry and say, I need a me for me. I'm this for everybody and I'm that for everybody and I do this for people and I do that for people and they don't reciprocate and they don't do this. Well, why are you not a you for you?
Mm.
Are you neglecting yourself and you being you for everybody else? Why are you not important? Me, my first time I was
So
pregnant,
true.
I was 19. The second time
Yep.
I was in my late 20s, about 27, 28. I had met my husband while my first marriage was fading out, and he used to just shower me with gifts, poetry, gifts, food. He was a chef. Fruit is my thing. He would give me all the fruit in the world. And me, I would tell my best friend, go with me so he don't try to do nothing to me. And we would get in there and he would like lay all this food out for us, a whole bunch of stuff out for us. And it was like chicken and rice and this and that, a bunch of stuff that anything that I said I wanted was on this table up until he passed when I was 33. And up until then, I could still say, cook this, do that. And it was just as I said to do it. I'll be like, I want a coleslaw sandwich. I'm getting fresh coleslaw made. I'll be back in 2 hours. My food won't be made. I will get up in the morning and be like, I need a pineapple cut with some papaya. I need a scrambled egg and I need some toast with a little bit of butter and a little bit of garlic on it. I'm gonna come back in 20 minutes. My food gonna be finished. I'm gonna get grabbing my food. I'm on my way out the door to go to work. So when he ended up passing away, and this is why I'm always say we don't neglect our bodies, because when he ended up passing away, um, I stopped eating. And when I say stopped eating, I stopped eating. If I was hungry, I ate a piece of a strawberry, a piece of a
Mhm.
cherry, a piece of this, or a piece of that, or I didn't eat at all. And I ended up pulling, like, I feel like, as anybody, they can always tell you about fasting, but they don't tell you the other effect. Yeah, if you fasting completely, it does have some good sides. But me not eating and I wasn't like stopping it, and it went on for about a year like that. I wasn't stopping it, and I wasn't necessarily drinking anything with nutrients in it. And
Wow.
I finally, slowly, I started getting myself back together, and I lost close to 100 pounds. And
Okay.
I started like, slowly eating here and there, but I was still like, I like dancing. So we would always hit the dance floor and I would be like, oh, I'm gonna drink water here and there, but I still wasn't eating. I finally got it like my dream job and I went there and it was like, oh, my body can't eat starches. So instead of eating the starches, I'm gonna just go substitute it. I can't eat that. I can't digest it. I'm gonna leave it alone. And then it was like, oh, well, I can't eat this anymore. So I'm going to move around it. Oh, I can't eat that anymore. So I'm going to move around it. So after a while, I was just eating the same thing over again, was basically like all my orders came from Amazon at the time. So it was like the frozen chicken breast, I would take it to work, Gatorades, water, um,
Wow.
rice cauliflower, um, rice broccoli. So all the
Okay.
stuff that was broken down. And I still wasn't focusing, but because he was always there for all my medical procedures and he wasn't there anymore, they were telling me you need an endoscopy, you need a colonoscopy, and I was skipping it. And then I was in the midst of like trying to get back on my feet because at the time, as long as we was together, I never had to work. Like it was always an option for me. And when I did, he paid the bills, he gave me pocket money. So basically, if I worked, it went into three bank accounts, and I pretty much did. I was never instructed what to do with my money. I went to school for accounting. What did I do? I saved all my money. When he passed away, I had $5,600 in the bank, $10,000 in a coffee can. Me not calculating, I'm thinking it's $2,300. So I'm not even thinking to go back and be like, let me look, let me see. And then I was like, oh, that was a smart man. That was preparation. I didn't know I was going to
Mhm.
there the whole time. I'm all like, hey, now world, talking my little trash or whatever. And the whole time it was like it was meant to be there. And it was just like, it was, I guess he had a better insight than I did. So
Mhm.
I used that. I paid my bills. I took care of myself because I ended up getting sick. They told me I had colitis, but not ulcerative colitis. So I'm
Mm.
confused. I sat out. They wrote me out of work for like a week. So I sat home for a week. They said, "Oh, we're gonna give you this medicine, and it should go. It should get better." It got worse. And
Hmm.
so I'm
Wow.
open again, and they're still telling me it's ulcerative colitis, not it's colitis, not ulcerative, and everything else. So the whole time I'm just neglecting myself, and I'm going to work, and I'm stressing myself, and I'm going to work, and I'm going to work, and I'm going to work, and everything was working. It's like if I pay attention to my health, I can't go to work, but I gotta survive. I don't have a partner anymore. I have to survive, so I can't take care of myself. So I started getting sick. I'm working the window and I'm running back and forth with customers, but now I'm running back and forth from the window to the bathroom. And I'm running back and forth
Oh,
all day. So I'm not even sitting still long enough to really be productive at work. I'm backed up with work at my desk and everything. I'm mixing up paperwork. I had a client that, like, I was at a marine terminal. So they would come down and get all the fruit from South America and take it back to Canada. And somebody went to go to the border and his paperwork was still sitting in Philadelphia with me. And he's in Canada at
Oh,
the border. So that's when I realized, like, so I go, I tell my boss, like, I'm scared to go, but I need to go. And she's like, yeah, you should go. It's not that bad, this and that. So my sister, her children's father, ended up being murdered. And I got up that morning, still trying to go to work. I wrote them, and they're like, no, you don't have to go to work. Take a day off. So I take the day off, and I end up, doing everything, going to his funeral. When I go to his funeral, the hospital had wrote me out for a couple more days because I'm still dealing with this colitis. Uh, I went back to work after I was written off, and I tell her, like, I got my hospital note. I was at work for 10 minutes, and she fired me because she had to come in on her
wow.
vacation because I was off. So she fired me. Philadelphia is a at will state.
Yeah.
At will state, so I couldn't really, like, I tried to get it investigated because I think, a couple of days later I scheduled my endoscopic colonoscopy, and then that's when I found out I had cancer in my stomach, carcinoid cancer in my
Mm.
stomach. So from there, they said it was a tumor and that it was like perforated and it went around like the bend of the intestine. So they were like, chemo's not really going to work. So
Wow.
I am my grandfather's child to the end because I wasn't going to tell anybody. And it was a girl I went to school with. And she's like, you have to tell your family. I'm like, no, you have to tell your family. No, I don't. And I was just going to get up and keep living life. Like, and my grandfather did this for over 10 years before he finally told somebody. And he went and got a triple bypass surgery. And none of the doctors knew because it was way before 10 years when he found out. And he just went ahead about his life. So it was like that in the beginning, and her name is Elsie. She convinced me to tell them, and I tell them. When I tell
No.
them, I go back and try to get the investigation done, and I'm telling the people at the work, like, they took my severance pay and everything. So I'm like, well, I have cancer. And it was just like, oh, you can come back and try to apply for your job again and all this stuff. And I was like, I can't even, like, deal with it.
Mm.
Like, it was more long term effect. Like, I still deal, that surgery was in 2022, and I still
mm,
deal with the long term effects of the cancer. Everything, like the eating the food,
I
the
can
stomach issues,
imagine.
all of that.
Wow.
That they told me that, oh, if you get this surgery, we're going to take half it. They took half my intestine, half my rectum, reconnected everything else. Oh, you're not going to have the symptoms no more. They kicked up like 10 notches. My immune system, like the enzymes in my immune system, the levels
Hmm.
skyrocket. They have been high for so long, they have never came back down. Never.
mm.
Wow.
So I always feel like it's from, and the type of cancer I had is carcinoid cancer. So that's the type that when you see the Johnson and Johnson commercials and Roundup, or you go to Five Below and they say California 55 or whatever has to warn you about this. This could cause cancer. That could cause cancer. It's in lotions. It's in deodorants.
Wow.
So it's all that.
That
That's the type of cancer I had. Most people think they're
that's
Wow.
crazy, and it doesn't
that's
bother.
how I wanted.
Oh, go ahead.
That's that's what I wanted to ask you too. Like, you know, maybe it's just me, but our people, like when you hear cancer, it's like our people don't ask like where it come from, what kind of cancer. They said, "You got cancer, yeah, okay." Like, why they don't ask questions? Where it come from? Where's the product that's coming from? Is it
Hmm.
the food? Is it the product? Our people do not ask questions. And it'd be mind blowing to me. Like, I got away from a lot of stuff, a lot of products that I heard was causing cancer. I don't know if it did it for sure, but I heard it caused it, so I got away from like the deodorant. Like I use the different kind of deodorant now. I don't even use the regular deodorant.
Mm-hmm.
Toothpaste, I use organic,
Mm-hmm.
toothpaste. It took me a while to get deodorant part because some of the deodorant I was getting like it wasn't working. It wasn't working at all. But I finally found one that's organic and work.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, I'm like, man, we gotta start asking questions. You know? Yeah.
Well, you know
So,
why? Because if you gonna tell me I can't eat my baked macaroni and cheese no more, why I want to know? Why do I
right.
want to know? If you go to and
Yeah.
I've never eaten pork my entire life, so that's the difference. But if
Mhm.
you like, I will go in the kitchen, cause with Fee, you don't know yet. But I will go in the kitchen and I will go take this mushroom and I will turn this mushroom into a whole steak and have everybody eating it. Like my biggest feat is when I get a a regular, like I eat pork, I eat meat, I eat this to eat this vegan plate and be satisfied. That's like one of my biggest feats. But they're not going to, especially when a person thinks this can't affect me. If this can't,
Right.
this don't affect me. It affects you. It don't affect me. Like, why would it? And then when you learn, like, all right, so say our grandparents, our great grandparents, they used the turpentine and castor oil and detox every 6 months,
Yep.
parasite cleanse. But what happened?
Yeah.
Anything that we had that worked for us, they tell us that it's terrible for us, it's poisonous for us, and they start using it for other
Yep.
things. So if I'm gonna use the turpentine and paint thinner, and then you go to use it in your body, you're gonna be chastised like tenfold that this is not good for you, with all the reasons why this is not good for you.
Mhm.
You're going to be told that this isn't good for you. It's going to be a reason behind it. Oh, it's not good for you because it's in paint thinner. No, baby, you collected it and put it in the paint thinner. It wasn't originally in
Thank
the paint
you.
thinner.
Thank
Mhm.
you. Yeah.
Like, if you can use, like, I'm in a parasite cleansing group, and the people they used the lady, she used turpentine, and of course it's a graphic group because they're like, can you identify this, is this a parasite? So you got to have the stomach for it. But me being me, I'm more interested because what else can I do to improve so I don't go back down this road? Like,
Yeah.
I'm always trying natural
Yeah.
remedies. So they give me the pills. A lot of times they be stapled in the bag. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to find this natural remedy and I'm going to do this. I got so many loose leaf teas over here on this shelf. It's turmeric and these shots. I got a nut milk maker that also makes flour and it makes the butter. So I can make peanut butter, peanut milk, all of that. And I really did. Like, I took this really serious because it was something like, the type of cancer that I had, it's in 80 and 90-year-olds. It's not even in young people. That's
Mm.
why I said, oh, my little old soul was kicking. Okay. Because when I was 14, my hair came about down to my behind and it started shedding really bad, like a cancer patient, and nobody could figure out what was going on. I ended
Yeah.
up getting it cut, and
Right.
because I was a lot smaller, and the problem, I always had problems with my stomach since I was born. So it was just certain, like I could never digest milk. It was milk on its own. I could eat like cheese or this or that, but it was milk on its own
Yep.
that I couldn't digest. So I would do like
Mhm.
lactose
Mm.
and
Yeah.
back then they have almond milk and all of that when I was younger. So the closest you got was what, coconut milk, and my mama was not paying $5 for a can of coconut milk. Okay, she just wasn't doing it. So
More
now,
than that, nah.
nah,
Right.
now, well, you know what? I will crack the coconut and do it myself. So that's the problem.
Yeah, for
All right,
real.
I do it myself. I got time on my hands. So, like, even with that, when I was 14, my hair was falling out. My mom was too busy. My mom was yelling at me about my hair falling out. That was like everybody would see us and see our hair so long, and that was like her pride and joy because she grew it out on us. So the fact that
Yeah.
it was choppy, like this side would be all the way down to my behind, this side is up to my shoulders, and it's an inch here, and I look like Tina Turner, one of them wigs. And she cut it to an inch, and I boo hooed the first day of high school when I was 14, I boo-hoo, but nobody ever did the research to be like, why is her hair falling out? What is going on?
Mm.
What is, and I just feel like on the other hand, a lot of people, they don't, if it don't affect you directly and you don't have a reasoning behind it, then you won't have it. Like my son,
Mm.
he never got a shot a day in his life. We was around everybody with COVID. We never got it. He would
Mm.
eat like I would make sea moss and in the morning he take it. And he'd be like, it's medicine, it's good for you. His thing was he wanted the vegan nuggets out of ShopRite. You can, I mean, I never told nobody not to feed him meat, but
Yeah.
he has choice on what he ate at other people's house. Like the kid would eat what 5 packs of oatmeal before he eats something else. Now chicken, he'll tear down some chicken, and I can't necessarily stop you because at home you get this trumpet mushroom, and I'm a deep fry it for you, and that's your daggone thing. Or and that's me. I don't, but you should always have an option to try what you want to try,
Mm-hmm.
what you want to eat, and everything else. And hopefully, but I never stopped him. Like I didn't say, "Don't eat this; it's cancer causing." But at the same time, I want you to have enough knowledge to know that this is the right thing for you to do. When we
Yeah,
were,
same thing. Same thing with my daughter, man. You know, I try to teach her certain things about, healthy
Mm-hmm.
food. But I try to stop her from, eating what she eat, man. 'Cause I feel like I'm just, I
being
don't
the
know. I
yours,
don't know. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But just hopefully, because when she over here is a little bit, eating a little bit healthier, but with her mom is something a little bit
Mm-hmm.
different. So it's like, but she always be like, I want to try the vegan hamburger or the vegan sausage or something like that. I'm like, all right, come on. You know, so yeah, I understand what you're saying though.
I'm scared to go vegan.
that, now
huh?
listen,
Huh?
you can't.
I'm scared to go vegan.
I don't ever
No,
want.
man, I went for 2 years, but I went back to chicken.
We
Cause my
always say
fiance,
chicken with the
man.
guilty face. Like he eat the chicken.
Everybody
It's okay.
chicken, like, oh man, I was doing it. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't bad. I still do things in like moderation. It's
Yeah.
moderation to me now. It's
Yeah.
moderation. Yeah.
You know
So
what? It gotta be something. I think it gotta be something good. I would never look at you and be like, "This piece of mushroom tastes like chicken." I can't do it. I can't.
yeah.
I ain't gonna hit you like that. But I always tell people, like, I will walk up to you and be like, "Try this," and if it's nasty, spit it out. Now, I ain't even gonna lie,
Mm-hmm.
because they'll tell you you ain't supposed to eat certain vegetables, but pretty much I be tearing vegetables down, up and out the way. And I ain't even gonna say, and I'm still human at the end of the day, so I will go back and eat this or eat that or eat this if it's more convenient, or if I'm somewhere that I really just have to eat and I can't get to what I need to eat. I'm gonna make an option that's pretty much okay that later on I'ma regret it. I ain't gonna regret it this much, but I'm regret it this much. I might have to work it off a little bit. And that's fine if I gotta get on the walking pad or run around the block a little bit. But if it's gonna have me in the bed, stomach aching, I got a headache, my body going through detox from it, I don't want that. I don't want it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's just like I would never be like, because I'm telling you, my cousin Mukmina came into my hospital room and was talking to me, and I was like, this is fresh out of surgery. My stomach, I look like I'm 9 months pregnant. And she like, hey, baby girl. And she talking to me, and my whole face is like, she's like, you need to go
Mm-hmm.
vegan. And I'm in my head like, I'm going home to go eat a burger. I don't even know who she's talking to. I'm going home to go eat a burger. As soon as they tell me I can eat a burger. Now, Chris, I was on a strict diet in the beginning. And I think what pushed it over the edge was when I met with a nutritionist because I was not digesting any of my food. I was like going through malnourishment, even though I was eating. I
Okay.
wasn't absorbing none of the nutrients, but it was just passing through my body. I wasn't no nutrients. So pretty much I'm eating and my levels in my blood are dropping. It's doing nothing for me, but I'm eating
Wow.
because I'm
Mm-hmm.
so then I went and I met with a nutritionist. Boy, she got on this phone and said all the stuff that's not suitable for cancer. And I was
Mm.
sad, like, I'm gonna just eat this napkin right here because that's a better bet. She took so much, like, bad enough when I was in the hospital. It was a bunch of stuff I was trying to sneak it too. Like, let me get them breakfast sizes. It was like, yeah, that's not on your diet. Like, I don't even like to hear it. Like, and then a couple of days went past, and it's like, oh yeah, we opened some stuff up on your diet card again. Like, can I get the turkey breakfast sausage? No. See, but I like tomatoes. They blocked me from eating tomatoes because I got a latex allergy, but let me eat tomato soup. Just give me the
Mm.
tomato. And it was little stuff
Oh
like that.
man.
When I finally did meet with the nutritionist, and she was saying all the stuff like you can't have processed meats are terrible. If you want lunch meat, you gotta go to the store and get turkey off the bone. You gotta do this. You gotta do that.
Wow.
Bacon, sausage, hot dogs, burgers, this and that, all the snacks, all of this. Oh man, I was so sad. The list was, and I was writing it as she was saying it, and it was so long that I was like,
Mhm.
I gotta have an option to this. So that's what made me kind of start going to, let me try this vegan sausage. Let me see if I can make this. Let me see if I can make that. Because if in every once in a while, because okay, if I walk past this grill and you got a hot dog on there, can you burn it? I need it dark. I need it dark in my head. I need you to burn my hot dog. And this is my
Mm.
gift. And let me tell you, I can't even, things give me heartburn from the door. Like they did when I
Yeah.
was younger and I didn't realize it because it was a staple in my diet. It's when I get older and I
Mhm.
realize it's still doing what it did before. And I'm identifying what the feeling is now. Like, oh, it's
Yeah.
heartburn, but I want my burn hot dog, but it's heartburn. So I got options and choices I need to make. And I'll be like, yeah, because you can't eat cereal, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you can't eat it. Every once in a while, I'll be like, I'm gonna just eat it because in a lot of foods that I crave, and I go and get them, they don't taste like what they used to taste like. They nasty, and it teaches me for the next year why I don't want it. Then maybe a year go past and I want it again because I done forgot why I don't like it. I go back and get it and be like, yeah, this is why we don't waste our money on this. But that's it's not for everybody. I told Cuz when I finally do come down, I'm gonna go ahead and make him some sour cream and onion, like turn the sour cream into sour cream and onion for him because he's like they just don't have the sour cream right. And I learned from my
They
husband.
real. Yeah, they real.
I learned how to turn actual sour cream.
Woo.
Remember, I said it was a chef. I was married to a chef. I got everything I wanted. So I learned how to. He used to make me like guacamole. I don't like avocados, but I love guacamole. He used to make me like taco bowl and all this stuff. So I learned how to make the sour cream into sour cream and onion. Cut up the scallions. You take a lemon, cut it in half, and you squeeze it. You add the pepper, a little bit of salt, put it all together, whip it up. Sour cream and onion. I told Cuz I gotta come down here and tweak it for him because he'd be like, I just can't get with the sour
Yeah,
cream.
man, because I had some I made some vegan tacos and I had everything vegan. I had the sour cream and I had sour cream. I said, man, this shit is nasty. It was terrible. I went back and got some regular sour cream. Like, forget that.
Ooh.
So, and I know like each brand, everybody trying to come out with their own brand, but some of that stuff is just
Mhm.
nasty. Period.
Yeah,
You know.
because
So
they
I just
don't
don't went
they
that.
don't. What'd you say, Faye?
I said I haven't went that far. I don't eat
yeah,
like red meat. I don't really fool around with red meat. I don't fool with pork.
yeah, me
Chicken and
either.
mainly
Yeah.
seafood. I'm a seafood eater. I can eat
Mhm.
seafood every single day, all day long.
Yeah,
But the
Mhm.
vegan part, the tofu and
Nah,
you know
a lot of
what?
that stuff not
So,
a lot of that stuff not good because it got the soy in it.
soy.
Still have soy in it, which is soy is in so
mm,
much stuff. And I learned over the
Yep.
years because I learned over the years that eat a little soy, but not too much. So like I got
Mhm.
mm,
butter in the refrigerator, soy free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
mm.
So yeah,
it
yeah. So
disrupts.
yeah.
It disrupts. So when they cured polio, they always
Okay.
said they wouldn't cure anything else because that took away from their money. So they ain't curing polio no more. So
Mm.
they give you things that give you 99 side effects. So we going to help with this, but not that. Soy is a hormone
Mm,
disruptor. A lot of people deal with infertility. A lot of people deal with, erectile dysfunction, prostate cancer, a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. And soy controls all of this. I have now the medicine I told y'all that my mom took when she was pregnant with me. There are a lot of people that are around my age, and their mother had to take that medicine, and they all have PCOS, hormone disruption, weight uncontrollable, everything, the cysts on the ovaries, bipolar. a whole bunch of skin issues, a whole bunch of things. And and I didn't find out until I got older because I just knew I was battling this by myself. Now the skin issues, they was a little bit, but it was more of the cysts on my ovaries and dealing with a menses that was here for 9 months or a year at a time and then going for a year. I thought I did something wrong at 14. I thought I did something wrong. Couldn't understand it. Didn't know. And it was just like, everything was like out of whack, but nobody understood it. So
Hmm.
when I got to be in my early 20s, they said, oh, soy mimics estrogen. It has a phytoestrogen. I still don't know because at the time, soy milk was the popular plant milk before they came out with everything else. So I started cutting back on that because at the time, soy was supposed to be so good. And then you turn around and you find out how horrible it is in a nutshell, but they added to everything. If you take the ketchup
Yes.
here,
Yeah.
you take the ketchup overseas,
Wow, wow, wow.
why we got all this stuff in our food and our ketchups and sugar and everything else? The top three
Wow.
most addictive drugs are nicotine, alcohol, and sugar.
And sugar.
It's
Yeah.
scientific fact. It was
Yeah.
in my statistics class. Sugar,
Wow.
sugar, sugar is the number one. Like we don't parasite cleanse here. They recognize it everywhere else. We don't parasite cleanse here. Takes me back to the turpentine.
Hmm.
The lady was in the group and she put it on her. Like I said, it's graphic. So she puts it on her. Like, what is
Hmm.
this? It's a live maggot like moving in the toilet bowl. She was taking turpentine. This is something that they
Mm.
will tell you, oh, they don't exist. Parasites are not here. But what they use in the
Hmm.
place of the word parasite is bacteria. Because I was reading something the other day and I always hear parasites, biofilm, this and that. So when they turned around and I'm reading the other day, it had everything that they use to describe a parasite, but it had bacteria in front of it. And I'm like, that's how you hide it.
Wow.
That's how you're hiding it. Now, when I went back to the hospital, I've
That,
been taking oil of oregano pills and everything else. So I went back because I was in the hospital. I came home yesterday morning. I was just last month. I was having bad pain in my side, and I'm like, oh my god, I think I got a cyst. They go there. I've had cysts my whole life. It's not one cyst. Ovaries clear. Ovary unblocked itself. Everything clear. So I'm confused on why I still have this pain in my side. So this month I go back.
mm,
I got the pain in my side again. They're like, you were just here a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So now me, Dr. Google, don't listen to Dr. Google. Whoever reading, watching this, don't listen to Dr. Google at all. I'm over there. I walk in from the door. Let me tell you, I walk in and start identify. Do I get them a list of things I could possibly have. And let me tell you, I'm an extremist at the end of the day. Do I have pelvic inflammatory disease? I don't know how you get it, but do I have it? Do I have a UTI? I drink a lot of water, but I don't know what's going on. But do I have that? I went in and just started saying something they ain't never heard of. What? So,
well,
they
I don't
come and
blame
get
you.
my blood. They get my blood. I pee in the cup. It's nothing wrong at all. And I'm still in so much pain as I'm moving around. I'm in a lot of pain. So from years ago, from
Mm,
the tumor and all of that, my intestines, they will squish my bladder. And I will have to go to the bathroom, come out, and then have to go back to go urinate again, all within the same 5 minutes. But it was so much pain in the bottom of my stomach that that's what I was going for. And they said, we don't see anything. So a lady come back and tell me, oh, you might have to go back to the surgeon. It might be a clip that got loose and this and that. I said, you mean a clip from the mesh I told them not to put in my body and they put it in there anyway, that clip. So I said, you know
Mm.
mm,
what? My little sister is a nurse and I'm talking to her about it. And I said, I think it has to do with me and the oil of oregano and the parasite cleanse and all of that because everything is coming up from somewhere. So where is it at? And I'm always ready to cry because I don't want it to come out my nose, out my ears, out my eyes. I don't want to see it. I don't want, and eventually I know it gotta come out, but I don't want to see it. I don't want to at all. Like, baby, you can disappear. I don't want to disappear in the thin air. You can go wherever you want to go. I'm so petrified to see it, y'all. And the whole, like, my stomach was hurting, like the bottom of it. I'm moving around, and it's just hurting to the
mm,
point. I'm always worry about my intestines because of the cancer and stuff. And I couldn't identify. And I realized today when I saw my noses, I said, oh, I've been taking this oil oregano pill for over a month. So maybe
Wow.
it's just the die off stage and it's killing the because I slept for like I slept a whole night, got up. and went right back to sleep. Every time somebody stopped talking to me, I'm right back to sleep. This was for the past. So that is the first day I've been up in a couple of days, and my body was
Mm.
resting and my stomach was in pain. So I was like, oh my god, maybe this is that when parasites die off. Like they have a die off stage and you be sleeping, your body be going through it. And I'm like, oh my god, that's probably what it was. I told my little sister, I said, I, how they gonna get out? I don't want to see it. And she gonna fall laughing, but I'm so serious because I don't want to see it. She gonna say better out the end. You gotta see it. So I don't have to see anything. I don't want to see it.
Wow.
I just want it to disappear. I don't want to see it. They take the tumors, the
Mm.
cancer tumors, and zoom in on it, and their little parasite eggs and stuff. Like this is all the stuff that's getting discovered now. And it's
Mhm.
like, although we everybody isn't completely vegan because I bounce back and forth. Like now, I realized because let me tell you, I went to the cancer center. They told me it was looking good. I was home tearing down cookies, cakes, cheesecake, everything. So yeah, I'm suffering. I'm paying for it. I was in there tearing stuff down. I couldn't eat this in a long time. I'm gonna just detox. Yeah, yeah, I'm paying for it. Yeah, every moment. But at the same
So
time, what'd you say?
I totally understand. I don't have a gallbladder, so man, and then I had surgery for that, and then man, I think even smelling certain things messed me up.
Mm,
Mm. Wow. So, cause how's your energy like every day? Is it
All
different?
right, you know what? So I will say that when I'm eating clean, I feel really sluggy. Like this right here, minus my little container. I got a carrier. This is a
Okay.
40 hour cold cup, right? I take it everywhere with me. No matter where we go, it's ice and water. We got a Wawa. Within 5 minutes, we got 3 Wawas everywhere we go out here.
Mm.
So I'm always ice and water, ice and water, ice and water, ice and water. And most people will say, I drink too much water. So, y'all, why I cut back on drinking water when I went to the hospital, they said I'm dehydrated. And I'm like, how? So, honestly, I do feel dehydrated because I cut back on the amount of water because of my, I drink gallons and gallons of water a day. Probably like 2 gallons of water
Mhm.
a day. I walk around with a 3 liter bottle and just go. When I'm like
That's my
that,
fiance. She be on her water, boy. She drink that water, boy.
so when I'm like that, I got a whole lot of energy, a whole lot. When I cut back because I wasn't feeling well and I cut back on my water, my allergies were acting up first. And I was outside like sneezing, couldn't breathe, eyes running. I couldn't breathe in the
Wow.
house. Like the fans and air conditioners, as hot as it was, 100, it was 105, 107, 110. Everything had to be cut off because I could not breathe. The fan in the
Wow.
bedroom was going, and I was like, cut it off. He cut it off,
Uh,
and my breathing was, and I was like, is that the fan in the hallway? He was like, yeah, mind you, he runs hot all the time, so I'm like killing him. I'm like, oh my god, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. It was
Mm.
outside, I couldn't breathe. In the house, I couldn't breathe. Anything that air flowed from, I could not breathe. No matter how much you cleaned the fan or anything, I just couldn't breathe. So then that was like, go to sleep, and it like I slowed up on the water and now my body is really acting dehydrated. When I'm eating clean, I feel a lot better. When I'm eating junky, I do feel sluggish. Like I remember I asked you that in the beginning. Like I do feel really, really sluggish. Like really, really, really sluggish. Like it'll just be like everything, like my legs will feel too heavy for themselves, if that makes sense. Like now you go to lift your leg,
Yeah,
it'll feel like my leg is too heavy
I
for my hip.
understand that.
These my legs,
Mhm.
things like that, little joint pain and this and that. Cause I'll
yeah.
be 40, so it's a possibility. And I'll be like, oh no. And the more that I eat, I eat better. It feels a lot better. Like I got more uh brain
More
clarity.
energy.
Mhm.
Even like because when I'm eating terrible, and even with me driving, because I was hit by a car when I was 3, so my legs always give me problems. But when I'm driving and I'm eating just crappy the whole time, my feet cramp up when I'm driving. Like to lift my foot to put it on the
Mm.
pedal, I'll be like, "Oh my goodness!" Like you just feel it, and then sometimes I'll be like, one more cookie not gonna hurt, and then I'll be kicking my own booty.
Right, right.
Behind it. One more cookie ain't gonna hurt. One more this ain't gonna hurt. One more that ain't gonna hurt. Like, yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that. We talked about that foods healing. So I didn't touch the healing aspect. I didn't touch that. So let me touch that because
Okay,
I
yeah, we
have
got some more. We got a little more time.
yeah. Let me
Yeah,
touch the healing.
touch on healing, man,
Got
because a lot
plenty
Okay.
of
of time.
people.
So oh, do we really? Oh, let me drag this
Yeah,
thing out, man.
touch on healing because
Yeah,
especially in these times, man, a lot of people are really going through it because of the shift too.
yeah,
That's going on.
Mhm.
So
but they
yeah,
don't.
touch on healing.
That goes back. The shift goes back to how we were saying people either going to like they come back around you and they stuck in the same area over and over again, or they go and they elevate. But most of them, if they not building, they deteriorating. So with healing, all right, because I was talking about, I wanted to talk to y'all about it, but I was talking to him about it. And because I hit you with, like, because I love my men. Like, I really do. I'm a male advocate. And to be a female and a male advocate, I'm a male
Mhm.
advocate to the core, though, because y'all get it the hardest. It's a scientific fact that when babies are born, we always protect the little girl. There is so much testosterone in the little boy that if he falls the wrong way, he can actually implode like a
True.
nuclear bomb. That's how much testosterone are in y'all. But y'all play the
Hmm.
hardest. Girls, we a little tougher. But we're
Yeah.
the softest, we're a little tougher. And even with that, so as a young male, y'all are told you're a provider. You cannot cry. If you cry, you are a girl. You're not a
Yeah.
girl, you're a boy. You're acting like a female. You're this, you're that. And they tear you down every which way. You soft. You're gonna be a you're gonna do this. They tear you down every which way, insult your masculinity and everything to the point when you're outside, I gotta be tough, I gotta be hard, I gotta have an exterior. What you weren't taught was to process your emotions. You have no way of processing your emotions because you're not taught to. You're taught to shut down and not process. So now it's bottled up. And when it comes out, you're angry, you're explosive,
Anchor.
you're a
Yeah.
thug, you're this.
Yeah.
Like you
Yep.
try to express that you hurt, but the only way you know to express that you hurt is to break everything. And they're like, oh my God. Instead of you don't have the words because they never taught you. They taught you can't be hurt. You can. That's a female emotion. You can't be hurt. But in
Right.
all actuality, you're hurt. So while you're tearing shit up, you're hurt. While you over here and you exploding and you're yelling, you're hurt. While things are being thrown and broken, you're hurt. But because it was no right way for you, no outlet or no way for you to channel it properly, then you're a thug. You're a menace to society. You have to be punished. You have to be this. You have to be that. Instead of really thinking like, this man just did not, he was not able to process correctly. That's one. It even goes further to when you're out in public, you are taught that, especially being a black male, black females too, but we're taught that we have to always be on our P's and Q's. You're either going to protect yourself because you're being attacked for your color, or you're going to protect yourself because now you're being attacked for your character. You're always put
Hmm.
in a stereotype. You're never protected. You're all it's so much that goes on, and these are all things that in the end is kind of detrimental. And then you go from there to as you get older, especially here in the United States, you're taught that the only way for a person to really get support or get help, because a lot of people get insurance from the government or food stamps from the government or just assistance from the government. But the only way for you to get that is there cannot be a male, as a female, there cannot be a male in your presence or in your household. Or if I do try to get help from the government, you're not going to put him on child support, even though he might
Right.
be.
Right.
Then you're put on
Yeah.
child support. So now it's under like that's a whole case in itself. In either that or she's going to have to say she doesn't know who the father is. So if we're a whole family and we all need help because maybe you are the provider and you lost your job, but I'm a stay-at-home mom, so we go to get help. It's like he's sitting there, he can't go to work now. You're going to make me jump through hoops, and him also
Mhm.
jump through hoops for $140 a month. So from all of this, and it's just like you make everybody feel inadequate from that. So now he's really beating himself up because I'm supposed to be the provider. I'm supposed to be able to take care of my family. Once again, angry is not angry, it's hurt. And this is the only way. If there is a male, like especially here in Jersey, like they take it all the way away. Like Social Security, my mom, she got in an accident. She has seizures now. She can't work, and they had a two-income household. Which here in Jersey, you really, really need a two-income household. It's almost you got it, and if you're by yourself, you have to have a roommate. It's almost impossible to live. It's
Wow.
impossible. Bills are so high. Like our minimum wage is high because bills are high.
That's
Like
how, right. Yeah.
yes, that cost of living is high. I've always said that I'll take a pay gap just to be comfortable. Like if it's more comfortable to make less money, baby, let me be comfortable. I'll take
Yeah.
a heartbeat.
Correct.
So when you have all of those factors and in a society that is attacking you at all times, it's really hard to heal. And men are the hardest people to heal. We have to forgive, but we can't forgive for other people. We have to forgive for
Mhm.
ourselves. And that's the hardest thing ever in forgiving. It takes time. It really does. Because when so many people have done things to you, it takes a lot of time for you to turn around and be like, all right, I'm going to forgive right now. I'm going to make sure. Nah, they told you forgive, but don't forget. And sometimes you want to do stuff to people, which means that you got to turn around and you got to more and more be like, I'm going to go be quiet. I'm going to go sit in the corner. Because once again, we got to learn to process our emotions first before
Yeah.
Yeah.
we go further. And something else with the healing process and men being attacked is, we deal with racism on an outside level, and we all have to band
Mhm.
together for that. But the colorism that's inside our community is
Oh
something
yeah.
else that'll separate you, and you can't necessarily heal or stick together. Like if I'm
Nope.
trying to me in particular, I'm lighter than my brothers and sisters. So my whole life, I grew up and I was separated because of that, and I was insulted because of that, and I was called a high yellow redhead little bitch every chance that they got to call me it. Why?
Mhm.
I was a child. Why is that? It made me hate my hair so much that I dyed it. Oh, because I love my hair now, my hair color now. It's a trait. It's a family trait. It's on both sides. I ended up with it. It's a family trait. But as when I was younger, oh, I would dye my hair black in a heartbeat. You could
Mhm.
Wow.
what? Let's get the hair dye. You gotta do my hair. Get the hair dye. Get the hair dye. Get the hair dye. Get the hair dye. Like I don't even let one piece of to the point that when I would always cut it and it would grow back and it would look really dark at first and it would start turning red. I would be so
Mhm.
disappointed. Like it's turning back red and it was just dark, like and just like it would upset me so much. And I had to go through the whole loving my complexion, loving my voice. Like everybody used to
Mhm.
make fun of my voice because it's softer. Like so they would make fun of it, and it was more high pitched when I was younger. They hated my voice. Oh, I can't wait till you get older and your voice change, stuff like that. Uh, the fact that I was always in books and I was like the child prodigy, that was something in itself. It was so many things that I had to
Wow.
learn. Like when I was younger, I was like a size 10 and I was told I was fat every day. Boy, I wish I could go back in time because I need to understand. And people would be like, it's nothing wrong with you. But I had so much body dysmorphia because this is what was told to me
Mhm.
my whole life. So this is what I believe.
Wow.
And now I see pictures back then for my first surgery was 2014, and I see pictures from back then, and I'm like, boy, I wish I could have seen then what I
Mhm.
see now because I would have learned to appreciate it more. Because you know what happened? As soon as I was like, well, I'm fat already, I can just eat this. While I'm fat already, I can just do this. While I'm fat already, so ain't no point in working out. I'm fat already, so this and that. Because when I was active and in dance class and running around and basketball and all that, I was told I was fat. So in my head, I'm fat already, so it doesn't matter. Something else we got to learn: you do however you talk to your body is however your body is going to respond. So I had to go from, oh, woe is me. We have cancer. We have this. We have that to you are beautiful. You are love. You are this. You are that. When Julian
Most
go to school every
definitely.
day, I say your affirmations. He got a set of rules because he kept doing stuff in school. So it was like, you got your own refrigerator in your room. Why is you at school digging in the trash can, kid? Why is you taking the food off your friends' plates? Why are you jumping on the bed? So every day I'll be like, say the rules. We don't jump on the plate. We don't take food off of friends' plates. We don't take
Oh man,
food
that's
out the trash.
funny.
And this was like this list grew from like 5 to like 40. And I would say rules every morning. That was the drive to school. Say rules. And you get out of school, tell me your affirmations. And I made sure that he had his affirmations every day. I didn't even care if he messed up the order. I am a king. I am a prince. I need you to know that you know that. I am peace. I am love. I am couldn't even say tranquility. It was okay. I am calm. I am what else? He started adding stuff, and I let him. I'm cute. Yeah, that one too. What else? I'm smart. Yeah, what else? I'm intelligent. I didn't care if they were synonyms. I need you to always remember this. I need you to always be able to spit it out. I need you to always be able to speak life into yourself. The fact that
Yes.
I give these to grown folks.
Yeah.
I give these to grown people. And I'm like, dang, y'all never poured into yourselves. You have to learn to pour into yourself.
Yeah, most
You
definitely.
listening to what other people tell you, and especially when and the one thing that I work on with people the most is healing their childhood trauma. People don't even realize when it's trauma from when you're a child. You think that's how you grew up. That's how it's supposed to be. So when you get
Hmm.
older, you still processing and you like, oh my God. A lot of people will say, well, when I was younger, this happened. And people say, well, you grown.
Yeah.
You should let that affect you. But it does because it's still there. And it did not go away. It's definitely still there. All the way through and through, it's still there. Most people don't understand that. And they get your attitude and they get upset and they say, well, that happened when you was 10. You're an adult now. Well, how if they didn't learn to process the information because their trauma told them not to?
Yeah,
Most people
Mm.
that's
have the
true. How do
sympathy
you know?
for that. They don't have the
Yeah.
sympathy or empathy for that. Oh, you're grown now. You make your own choices. Most people are stuck back in that cycle because they never healed their childhood trauma. I'm gonna get a
Mhm.
coloring book and I'm gonna color every time. I'm gonna go outside and
Hmm.
I'm gonna touch the ground. I'm gonna go play in the sand. I'm a I got all type of I will pull out a puzzle. I will start my puzzle. I got
Hmm.
something like adult ADD, but I just figured that's me all over the place. Sometimes you need to be like that because sometimes things
That's
get boring.
all
You need to keep your attention good. Yo, my house be
right.
looking like hell on wheels sometimes. And other times it's super neat. Why? Because I live here. Most people apologize because when we were younger, it was everything has to be neat, right in place, just in case somebody comes in. We live here. You mean to tell me I don't live here? This is just a place that's for show? This is a museum. I'm on display. No, I live here. You gonna see this dish in the sink? You gonna see this coloring book right here? You gonna see I'm not running around every second to clean everything up. I live here. You live. When I walk in my friend's house and their kids tear up, I don't judge them off of that. I'm gonna get a broom
Yeah.
and I'm gonna start sweeping. That baby done stressed you out all
Mhm.
day, friend. Here, sit down. You want some water? This your house. You want some water? Oh my God,
That's
Turk, you don't
true.
gotta do that. Yes, I do. Let me get up and do it for you real quick. You good. I got it. I've never not once kicked them while they was down and turned around and threw it in their face that I cleaned up. Cause I will hope one day you will get like if I needed it, I had somebody do it for me before. I'm one of them people
Mhm.
that I know that stuff in my house need to be done, and I come to your house and do it anyway. I need to mop my floor, but I know that your floor need to be mopped more than mine. So when I'm gonna come and I'm gonna mop your floor. Less people walk on my floor. More people walk on your floor. Them babies running around with no shoes on. Here I come. I'm coming to your house right now. Where you at? I'm not trying to go open the door. I go in the store. My love language is acts of kindness or doing things for people. I don't know what that is. I just always been
Mhm.
like that. And that's part of my childhood trauma because the whole time my parents were so abusive, I was just trying to collect the love. I was just trying to collect a little bit of love. If I do this, you're going to love me more. If I do this, you're going to show me more love. If I do this, you're going to love me more. And that was my problem. So I
Mm.
had to learn, so still, all in all, I'm still pouring to you, baby. But I'm gonna let you know I'm important to myself more. You can't do that to me
100%.
no more. You can't tear me down no more. You can't say what you want because I don't have to stand here for this abuse. I can love you from afar. I never, and that's the one thing. Whatever type of abuse it was that we endured, we either reflect that or think that we still have to put up when it comes from that person. Baby, speak up for yourself
Right.
and don't speak up and
Right.
be
Yeah.
disrespectful. Stand for yourself.
Yeah,
You ain't got to be disrespectful
that's
because you
right.
still let them control you that way. If I gotta sit here and cut you out every time you letting them control you like that, I got to the point when I was in my life, I will tell you, I cannot have this conversation with you right now, but I love you. Have a good day. I might hang up on you because I ain't got to sit there and listen to you. You ain't about to attack me.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. But if you think you can sit here and attack me the whole time, you're not attacking me. You want to converse about it? You want to take a deep breath, calm down, and call me back later? Let's talk in 2 days about it.
Mhm.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to try to sweep it under the rug, and later on, we're going to circle back to this because I didn't forget what you said to me. I didn't forget what you did.
Yeah.
Like that childhood trauma is vicious. And a lot of people just be like, well, this is how I was raised. So no, no. 9 times out of 10, your parents was going through
Mhm.
something. It ain't no rule book to it. 9 times out of 10, they going through something. My parents right now,
Yeah.
my dad said something to me and I used that on him. Okay. He told me, you fighting for your mom love so much that you just be putting up with anything. He was right. But the problem was, say, I'm fighting for your love too much and I'm putting up with everything for you too. How about I don't put up with nothing for both of y'all? How about I send him on to the feet? Killed him. Because he couldn't understand what happened. Killed him.
Wow.
That was your
Oh
advice.
man.
Wasn't this your advice? What's good for the goose is good for the gander now, isn't it?
That's
This is
right.
your advice though. So if
Right.
you
Yeah.
turn around and tell me, oh well, you and he wasn't lying. I was putting up with the stuff from my mom. And my dad, he a little more forgiving. So, he a little more, I'm a daddy's girl. He a little more, but
Yeah. Dads are.
I had to learn to stand on my own 2 feet. I had to, and I mean that's every which way because a mom has a way when because dads do it nowadays because they keep their kids more, but when the main parent has a way of manipulating this baby eyeballs to have you see what they see. So if I'm the
Mm.
victim everywhere, but if you gonna believe I'm the victim, it took me getting grown to be like, why are you the
Wow.
victim of every story? Why are you the victim of every like you ain't never do that? Now I know you used to top five to me on the everyday basis for nothing. So you mean to tell me that you are the victim in every story and you was only mean to your children, never nobody else, never did nothing to
Yeah.
nobody. They all did something to you. Nah, nah, nah. Because when they came through, when they never knew the story that you told me, and they told the story, I put two and two together and meshed the story and knew exactly what happened. I got the truth out of that. I never told the other person what they said to me, but I got it. You wasn't always the victim. Sometimes you you was the victimizer. Sometimes you was the attacker.
Yeah.
And on more than one
That is
occasion
true.
it came up because she listen. My mama will tell you that everybody did everything and she oh so innocent. And I was talking to one of my cousins one day, and I never told her who said it to me, but I'm just telling her what was said because my memory, I remember looking at this cousin every single day. I remember looking at my grandma every day. I remember being at her house every day. And
Mm.
one day my mother told me I never was there. I didn't go to their house, and she gave me all these reasons why I was not there. But my memory is telling me, I told y'all, I got memories back to when I was 2 and 3. My memory is telling me that I was there, and you're telling me that I wasn't. So now I'm confused on
Mm.
why I'm thinking that I was there and I'm not, and why would I remember that? That was my thoughts, right? So one of my cousins comes up last year, and she starts telling me how we came and got you every day. You was with us every day. We always had you. You spent the night with us. You did this. You did that. And I'm like, because my memory told me that was right, but my mother told me it was wrong. And I believed her
Mm.
because me at the age of 2 and 3, why if you're telling me I wasn't there and I'm remembering it, must be meshing my couple of times I'm there to be every day as a child as possible. Then to find out, no, lady, I really was there and you just snatched me away from them and that was what happened. Oh, you ain't want them to
Mm.
tell me that you took me away. I got it. You definitely took me away though. So you ain't want them to know that I know that you took me away, but you did. You really did. And she still ain't good with her childhood trauma. So it's like
Wow.
you just she hasn't. She hasn't dealt with her childhood trauma. And I feel like, if you don't work through it, like she looked at me the other day. She had sarcoid, had it for since I was a kid. And she turned around, she was like, oh, she looked and said, the one thing that a person to do is when you're a person that they wronged or that they did something too, and they won't tell you they're reflecting on it. They start talking to you because they want to make sure they did at least one thing right in their life when it came to you. So they turn around and they come and they ask you questions, and they say this and they say that, and they try to make sure. And you sit there and you listen. You don't dignify it. You don't give it an answer. Nothing. But you
Mhm.
sit there and you talk. And then you gotta dig deep inside of you and give these people, because you're more healed than this person is, and they just come into it. You have to give them good qualities about yourself, their self, because that's what they're looking for,
Mm,
even though they did a bunch of stuff to you.
yeah, that's true.
And that's true healing. That and accountability. That is true healing. And that's accountability. Because I'm telling you the things I be wanting to say. Woo! I be having to
I've
dig
I've
deep.
gotten I've gotten to the point, and I'm literally at that point where I'm not trying to convince nobody or nothing. I'm
Right.
going to enjoy what I got going on and just let you do you. And if it comes back around, it comes back around. But if it don't, it don't. It's time out for trying to explain to people who we are, why we are the way that we are. Things
Mm-hmm.
now should be prevalent as to what is going on. You know what I'm saying? The earth is already proven to you that what I'm saying is true. So why we still got to go through all of this in the age of Aquarius? We ain't got to do that shit no more. If y'all can't see what's going on and
I
can't
know.
really see the truth, then you want to be blind. You
Yeah.
want to be doctrinated. You want to be that way. So then just say that. Just say that. Just say, I like being brainwashed. I don't want to think for myself. Just say it,
They be
and then we can just
confused.
move on.
They be confused.
That's
See, they
real.
be
That's real. That's real because like you said, we're in the age of knowing right now. So, if you want to be left behind and still stuck in the matrix, that's on you because we are moving forward.
and you know
You know.
what? They
So
would it's a fear. I don't even I think they just have like a fear. And it's a fear of, we know, but a fear of not knowing. But your fear of not knowing is the weirdest thing ever, because you don't even know what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes. You have a
Right.
fear of not knowing. But
yeah,
that's because it was forced on you to be like, you have to
Mhm.
believe this. So why I gotta believe that? Because you have to. It's in you. See, remember I
program.
said I was the key. I was the key with all the questions. They was sick of me because I was unprogrammable and I was that kid. So they was over here like, and my sisters are more uniform than I am, and they was like, here she go, all these questions, because you gotta explain it to me. But
Mhm.
it was so forced on them that they don't even have a reasoning, and it was probably like the back to the childhood trauma thing. It was forced
Mhm.
on you. You didn't know
Yeah.
why, but you was forced to do
Mhm.
this because I needed you to, because any Black Wall Street or anything remotely close to it got burned down. So I need you to be able to be in a society, and I need you to be able to be a productive member, and I need you to be able to do this and do that without getting lynched or without getting killed or
Mhm.
without getting harmed. And I need you to be able to make it home at night. So if you gotta fake it till you make it, I need you to fake it.
That's right.
They don't even understand that this not that anymore, and that you can try it, because I'm gonna cut the cord to your camera and we're gonna talk about it. They don't even understand that. It's totally different. I chew you up. I chew you up so hard with all no curse words, all regular
Mhm.
words, and I'm gonna make jokes. I'm gonna play the dozens real hard because I don't have time for it. I'm gonna laugh about it too. I'm always laughing. I'm always joking. I'm definitely gonna laugh about it. You gonna be upset. I'm finna laugh. And you know what? Something else I realize is, my tolerance is totally different, because now I realize, like, a lot of times when people are making jokes, they are actually poking fun and making fun at people. Now, every once in a while, you might
Mhm.
be like, ha 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 ha. But I realize that the more that time goes on, I be frustrated, especially if it's somebody that's a comedian and they're like online, and this is how you ended up making it, but you still doing it. I'd be like, yeah, irritated. Yeah, don't want to watch it. Because in the end,
Mhm.
you're tearing somebody down. And why are you tearing somebody down? Why are you doing that? Every once in a while, I'll be like, okay, because I got a bad habit of seeing people, and once they get on my nerves, they look like cartoon characters to me, and I will tell somebody like they look like this cartoon, and they really do. That's my bad habit, okay? But I'm not just
Yeah.
outside every day like, oh, they look like a Smurf. Like, that's not. That's after they do something to me. Then somehow a cartoon, and I've been like my whole life. Like, I can see when a person looks like a cartoon character. I don't know what that is. As soon as you do something to me, you rub me the wrong way, I'm gonna see a lady. I'm gonna see Princess Jasmine. I'm gonna see the carpet. You going for a carpet ride? Whatever. I don't care. But that's that. But I just realized over probably like the late, and now I've shut down my Facebook and I came back a bunch of times. And it's like you normally it's like our family, they're spread out, and Facebook is one of the only ways that I can reach them. So it's that, and
Mhm.
I might go down and
Yeah.
share something. I share a lot of food. I might go down and share something here or there. But besides that, when it comes to it, like people that I follow, I end up unfollowing them all the time because what is it? That's miserable and that's just negativity. Just like because you put something up the other day, and I was talking about it to my sister today. The whole thing with India Irie, and she was saying, some people just don't want to be free, and they were trying to attack her. But you know who they don't be attacking? Erica
Mm.
Badu. They ain't attacking her. They don't
They
say nothing.
scared of her.
And she, man, when I say she is so hood, she is so this. They be like, Erica, my girl. India Irie is so much softer than Erica. Like, and I
That's
used to, I always tell people, like, the closest thing you're going to get in real life, I always said this growing up, I'm the closest thing you get to Erica by doing real life every day. I've always said that.
mm.
Like, we have so many similarities, and not even that I ever studied her. It's just like whatever it is that she has, I just be on that level with it. Like, and now even as a
Mhm.
child, I was on that level. So it's just like
Yeah,
I
they're
always,
scared of her.
huh?
Yeah, they're scared of her. They're scared of her. They not finna play with her.
And I laugh
I
because
saw I saw Erica Badu taking some pictures with that one lady, man. That one kind of threw me off, man, a little bit, man. Everybody said that one lady, she's the evil one in the industry. They're like, why is Erica Badu taking pictures with her?
That
You know,
old white lady with the messed
yeah,
up
yeah,
fingers. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's
yeah.
kind
She
of
like
like
a witch or
okay,
something.
y'all know better. Y'all
yeah,
know that's because Erica is the. I remember her going online, and they was like when they was saying they was saying like three things and was like be like such and such, and she was like, "This is Erica. Erica has three baby dads. Erica this, Erica that. Don't be like Erica." And I giggle so hard. It's just like she. I remember the first time I heard her say a cuss word, I was shocked. Like, oh my god. And then you tend to forget she's human. But that's with me.
Yeah.
And I'm just as regular as can be. And I tell people all the time, and I mean, yeah, we all extravagant, but I tell them all the time, I'm human. I'm regular. People
Mhm.
put in their head how, because when they see me, how they want me to be or how they think I should be. And when they see me being a regular person, I'm on a dance floor, I'm cutting a rug, I'm over here eating, I'm interacting, I'm doing this and doing that. I'm not standoffish, I'm not in the corner. I'm not, oh, I'm too pretty to do this. Nah, I'm on a dance floor, I'm getting down, I'm doing whatever. And they be like, you're supposed to be like that. I'm supposed to be like, what? I'm supposed to be me. It is no
Yeah.
rule book. I not that I hate that they look and see you like that, but I hate that
Mhm.
they look and want you to be perfect, or I hate that they look and think you should be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my hair's
people
wrapped
say,
today.
That's
It's
yeah,
not wrapped
yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah. That's that indoctrinated. That's and you never know where it pop up at. I know a lot of times where I can be doing certain things, and I just say, "This is just how I do things. This is the way things are."
Right.
And no, it's not. I don't have to do it like this. I don't have to do it like grandma did it back then. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll just be
yeah,
doing
yeah.
something, and then it'll be like, shoot, my grandmama saw me doing this, boy, she have a fit. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not her.
Not
So
her, yeah,
what?
yeah.
Hey, that can connect with the
We,
super.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
You gotta
before
catch
we go, I'm sorry, Figo. I'm sorry, Figo. Go ahead.
it.
Oh no, oh no. I was saying before we go, I wanted to ask you one question. For the people that's um going on a spiritual journey, getting on their spiritual
Mm-hmm.
journey, just started. Can you give them just a little advice on going
Yeah.
on this journey?
So the best thing I can say is take your time. I'm gonna
Okay.
say that because they'll give themselves a short time, and it's not a short time span. You never anything that's designed to make you second guess yourself is designed to make you fail. If I ask you where you want to be in 5 years and you go to tell me and then you second guess yourself. No. So the best thing to do is take your time. You're going to make 3 goals, and you're going to get them done in your own time frame. I usually give myself maybe like between 3 and 6 months at a time for my 3 goals.
Mhm.
And when I check one off, I still go with my couple of months to get the other two done. And when it's done, whether it takes, the 6 months, shorter, whatever, even if it takes longer, then I give myself 3 more. That's how you're going to start. Because in
Uh,
order to you have to reflect, and you have to do your self-reflection, whether it's I want to make an altar, or I want to get my stones together, or I want to burn my candle, or I want to just work on clearing my energy, I want to work on getting rid of something, I want to work on meditating, whatever it is that they want to do. You're going to want to start with taking your time and the 3 goals, because they look at other people. Somebody came to my house and they were asking me all these questions, and I'm answering it, and it wasn't what they wanted to hear. And I was
yeah.
like, what? How do you talk to your ancestors? I was like, you talk to them. No, no. How do you talk to them? I talk to them. I walk through my house and start talking. What do you mean? They over there on my altar. What do you mean? I put a coffee
Yeah.
cup on my, cause you said I can't do my whole altar. Put your cup of water out there. Put your cup of water
Yeah,
by
you
you.
told me that other day. Yep.
Put your
Yep.
cup of water. You gonna see the bubbles in there. They sitting there, they in there. When you go to put your food up, your coffee cup actually start. If you put your coffee cup up on the altar, or your wine or whatever, it'll actually
Okay.
go down. It'll actually go down
Yes.
as
Yeah,
you
it
cook it.
will. Yeah.
Your food, the food will get hard. The food will get hard. Won't be no flies on it. The food will get hard. You can take the whole plate and probably dump it like this and twist it, turn it. It's gonna be stuck on there, and you just go
Okay.
outside. But you're going to take your time. Take your time. Oh yeah, I made my shirt for you today. I gotta show you my shirt though, cause look at my shirt. Look at my shirt. You see what it says?
Frequency higher.
Oh
Okay.
wait, look at
Let's
Right.
the shirt.
go.
Look
Look
at
at
it.
this.
It's a little lady with the
Let's
afro.
go. Yeah.
I told
Oh
I was
man.
Awesome.
I was in here doing it. I was like, yeah. I always tell my cousin,
That
I'm
is
in the and
sweet.
I don't. Let me make sure I give him a blueprint real quick to let him know I'll be really working, because if I keep saying it and I don't show nothing, then you're not really doing
That
anything
is
in
sweet, man.
relationship.
That's lit.
Awesome. That is
That is
awesome.
lit. That is lit, man.
He said, "Is that the
Yeah.
lady
Yeah.
with the afro?" I said, "Yes, it's the lady with the afro." So he actually he, I have a cricket. I have all the stuff in here. I was ironing it on, and somebody took my actual heat press, so I had to like do the iron. And he's in there like, "You want me to hold it?" He ain't never made a shirt a day in his life, yo. He didn't even know I could do it. He was in there because he worked overnight, so he was in there. So he just came out here and seen it and was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like plucking all the that's I was it's called tweeting, and I'm pulling all like the letters and everything out. And he's like, "Oh my god!"
That's
And he came
awesome.
back and he was like, "What is that? Is that the afro?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I was having a problem ironing on. I was like, "I'm gonna just have to wear it like this and show my cousin." I said, "But it's not like a blueprint."
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is
That's
cold
nice.
right there.
Yes, because
Yep.
I
Yep.
can't wait to
That's
come down
done.
there so I can come and I can cook and I can bake and I can do a couple things while I'm down there. I gotta come
So
visit.
where exactly are you?
I'm in New Jersey and Clementon, New Jersey, actually, which is about 20, 30
Clemington.
minutes from Camden, about 40 minutes from Atlantic City. It's in South Jersey, but it's about 40
Yeah,
minutes from Atlantic City. So
I'm from Matawan. I'm from Matawan.
you did say you was from Jersey that day, and I was at North Jersey.
Mhm. Yep. Newark and Matawan.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, see.
On the shore.
Oh, see, you had it good. And
Oh
then you
man, loved it. Loved it.
so why you move
Love it.
away?
I miss it. Well, my parents passed away, so once my
Oh,
parents left, that was a wrap for me.
yeah.
And Jersey's high to live in.
I said that. They're hard to live in, and
Yeah.
after being here for your like, it's so just like when I was saying about the males getting attacked. This is not the place that I would ever want to raise a son, let alone a daughter.
Yeah,
But definitely a son. I would never want to
exactly.
raise my son in Jersey. Like when I was in Camden, down here, I still drive and I see kids and they like wear regular clothes to school. But Camden is
Mhm.
meant to like institutionalize. So they knocked down the schools, they turned it into like straight buildings. looks like a prison from the outside. You walk in, you got your tag around your neck, you got your uniform, you in the school is inside bars, you walk through a metal detector, and that's a little too institutionalized for me.
Yeah.
Like in that's a design to get a quick for going to prison. I was not a fan of that. As
Right.
raising a son, you supposed to build up your king to do whatever, but not somewhere that is detrimental for it to happen. So
Mhm.
hopefully I'll be down there with Cuz eventually when I finish tie up my
Yep.
loose ends here. And I
Y'all
did.
waiting on.
I want to move, but in the meantime, I got to start visiting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, we got you coming down here. We got the guy that Shavon, Sunny. We got her moving down here. Like, man,
Mhm.
it's amazing. So, but yeah.
I need to
But
come visit.
yeah,
That's all.
Miss I set. Are you set?
Are you
That's it,
set?
right?
There you go. Are you set?
Are you set? Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
got it. He
yeah.
got it.
You got it. All right. Are you set? Are you set? We want to thank you, man. Thank you so much, cuz, for
Yeah.
your time and most importantly, your energy. Come on the podcast,
Most
Frequency Higher
definitely.
Talk. You definitely opened up our minds and gave us some knowledge. And we thank you for it.
Listen,
We
anytime.
thank you for it.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you, thank you.
y'all.
So before we go, I want to say the chat room. Thank y'all for commenting. And I saw Golden Rule in there. She said, peace, peace. You said high vibration. So thank you,
Nice.
Golden Rule. Okay, thank you, Golden Rule. I got a chat, a group chat I made on Instagram.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm gonna tag all y'all. I'm gonna tag you, Fee, and I'm gonna tag you too, cuz in it. So let's make sure y'all just hit accept. That way we can get to know
Okay.
about meetings and all that stuff coming up. So get to chat and get to meet
Watch
everybody else on the
out.
team too. Yeah, yeah. So
Awesome.
what you got, Fee, before we go? Fee is freezing up a little bit.
She'll be back in a second.
Yeah, yeah. So before we go, I want to let everybody know that the goddess Are You Set is the executive director of the nonprofit organization that we getting
Yes.
off the ground, Frequency Higher Together. That's the name of Frequency Higher
Yep.
Together. And she is the executive director. So we're going to be working on that soon. So watch out for that. What else I got going? I got the Frequency Higher clothing line, Frequency Higher Apparel. You can reach me on Instagram at underscore Frequency Higher Apparel for the clothing. For the music label, man, we got artists
Mhm.
coming out of everywhere trying to work with us. So we working on that and working to build a recording studio. You can reach that on Instagram at frequency underscore higher underscore ENT. You got the shirt right here. We got the shirt. So that'll be available real soon. The merch for the record label and the podcast. You can go on Instagram, frequency higher underscore talk underscore pod for the podcast. So
Mhm.
man, the frequency higher movement, man, we got a lot of stuff going. And I'm thankful for the team that's joining me on this journey with me. Without them, it wouldn't even be coming this far. It won't become this far. So
Listen,
I'm
it's just
excited.
you. It's your baby. You believe in what you're doing. And if you
Yeah,
did,
yeah,
then and it just took, like Fee said, it just takes people to not have a fear, to be able to
hmm
be like, yeah, I was on that too. See, I suck you to
yeah.
song. You say, I get you in the studio. Like, I'll be there. I gotta like the only thing
Yes.
is because I sit down, I be then just came in there and scattered behind the like I just sing. Sometimes it's not even a song or that I just be singing. So that's the difference to be like, well,
Hey, come on, get on the track. Shoot, because when we come out with that compilation album, we go on everybody on the song. Fee
yes,
said she sings too. So Fee gonna be on the song too.
Yeah,
So
that'll be so awesome. That's why I can't wait
uh,
to come down and see everybody.
yeah.
Like,
And I'm thankful for Fee too, because when I first started
yeah,
the podcast, she had the stuff to get it going. I said, "You want to run it? You can." You know what I'm saying? So she decided to go ahead and run the podcast. So it's been going ever since.
yeah,
It's
because
been building ever since. Yeah,
something that you have that people don't really have is you're humble. A lot of people don't have that.
yeah,
So you're humble.
yeah.
So you was able to be like step back, even when wait, my fiance was laughing because let me tell you, I was over there and I'm like, I'm the executive director. My cousin asked me what I wanted to do, and he just started laughing. I was like, well, listen, I picked. He's like, I said, yeah, because I'm so used to sitting behind the desk. This is going to be a piece of cake for me. All we got to do is sit down,
Mhm.
which honestly, I know that that means that I got to really do my job now because I got to call cuz and see what day you were supposed to do it, but I think I got to do it, see what day we all available.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, we're gonna take our time on it because I got other stuff going too.
I
But that's
know.
why I gave you the position. So just in case I can't attend certain things or call certain people, I know if you got the time, I know you can
Yeah.
step in and
I
do it.
always
That's why
got
I
time.
wanted to do it like this. Yeah, that's why I wanted to give Feed a position. Like you want to be the co-owner. Just in case I can't come on there, you would take care of the podcast that Sunday if I can't come on. So
She got such good
everything been.
energy.
Yep, yep. But she
She's
said
such a
she's out, so
huh?
she's out. So she said
All
she's out.
right.
So okay. So,
All right.
but yeah, thank you, cuz once again. I will
Thank
be
you. Thank you.
contacting you soon. We'll definitely connect again, and we'll definitely get on the podcast again. So,
Yeah.
yep,
Peace and
yep.
blessings.
Peace, peace, peace. Have a good day. Have a good night,
You
and
too.
stay
Have
focused
a
and
good
stay
evening.
powerful.
You too,
All
cuz.
right,
I see him.
all right. Love you. All right.